What's up, YouTube? This is True Raw for TV. I want to give a shout out to Damian Lillard of the Portland Trailblazers for his historic performance against the Brooklyn Nets in a loss. That's just the theme for last night. Guys were putting up big individual performances, but unfortunately they came in losses. But for the Portland Trailblazers, it has to be especially demoralizing considering that this is a team that played in the Western Conference Finals last year. All right, and while that series was not competitive, they made it that far. And now, the way they're playing, they may not make the playoffs. You know, the Western Conference is a different beast than it's been the last couple of years. Although the West has always been a little bit stronger than the East the last few years, but it's especially strong this year that you got LeBron's team out there looking so much more dominant, and Kawhi is back in the Western Conference. You know, things are a little bit different for Dame Dollar and the Portland Trailblazers. Um, Dame Lillard had 60 points last night, eclipsing his old career high of 59. Of course, it's a franchise record, and but it came in a loss. And Dame Lillard, I think, was 19 of 33 from the field, including 7 of 16 from three-point range. But the rest of his team shot a combined less than 33% from the floor, and that contributed to the loss. I think the Portland Trailblazers are winless at home, and I was saying that Lillard losing in his performance is much more demoralizing than D'Angelo Russell because no one now expects the Warriors to do anything. All right, the expectations are pretty much zilch of them making the playoffs. With Portland going so far in the playoffs last year, the expectations are at least to make the playoffs. You know, at least go to the second round. Don't know what's going to happen this year. Like I said, Portland just doesn't look well. CJ McCollum is struggling a little bit with his shot. The points are there, but um, he's struggling to say the least, especially in his mid-range game. Um, you know, I don't know. You know, Portland is one of those teams that I think if this was like 15 years ago, yeah, maybe not even 15. Well, if this was like 15 years ago, Portland would probably be like a perennial second round to conference finals team. You know, I could see them maybe making it to, yeah, about 10, 15 years ago, I could see Portland maybe, well, not even 15 years ago, I'd say 10 years ago. I could see Portland like maybe making it to the conference finals, but or the second round, but the West is way too strong now. There's too many guys now in the Western Conference. You know what I'm saying? Too many great players over there now. And because, 10 years ago, what was it? Like the Lakers with Kobe, Pau Gasol, Metta World Peace, Andrew Bynum. You had Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. They were kind of, pretty good at the time. I'm trying to think of any really great teams at that time in the West, especially that year when the Lakers won 65 games. And I can't really think of a lot of great teams in the West at that time. I'm probably just blanking on a team. I think the Suns were still doing something, but they were kind of falling off the radar as far as being a championship or actual threat. You had the Spurs, of course. Yeah, you had the Spurs, but that's about it. But the West is way too the West is way too competitive, man. And I know Dame Lillard has an old school mentality. He doesn't believe in, you know, buddying up with other guys and shit like that. But sometimes you gotta think of like this too, man. If you can't beat them, join them. Sometimes, hey, Everybody else is buddying up with superstars and all-stars, man. Fuck it. But Damian Lillard individually is having a great year. After the last night's performance, he's averaging 33.6 points per game, which is second in the league. And I want to look at something right quick. I want to look at the league leaders, and I want to see how many guys are averaging 30 points. So right now you got James Harden shot jacking his way to 36.5 points per game. He's only shooting 39% from the floor, 27% from three. He's averaging 16. That's ridiculous. He's averaging 16 free throws a game, 6 turnovers a game. This guy fucking sucks. But yet somehow his PR is 28.63. That's why a lot of these fucking metrics are so flawed, man. Dame Lillard, 33.6 points per game now. 50% shooting from the floor, 40% from three, 91% from the foul line, almost a 32 PER. Kyrie Irving, who had 33 points last night, is at 32 points per game. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, Kyrie's numbers are really like kind of MVP worthy, even though Brooklyn is only 500. But you're not talking about him because of what all these other dudes are accomplishing. But Kyrie is averaging 32 points on 47% shooting from the floor, 40% from three, 93% from the foul line, to go along with almost 6 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and a PER of over 31. Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I don't think this includes last night's game, but it might. I think it does. He's averaging 29.1 points on 57% shooting from the floor. He's not a great 3-point shooter. I'm not going to mention that. 28%, 63% from the foul line, 14 rebounds and 7.2 assists, almost 2 blocks, and a PER over 34. Kawhi, 29. Well, I don't even keep going on the list. Ooh, Luka Doncic is averaging 28 points a game. Didn't know that. I thought Luka was more like 23, 24. God damn, Luka. 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Man, these motherfuckers are fucking balling, man. The NBA is going to be in great hands after LeBron James retires, okay? Great hands. The way that this game's played now, with all these great shooters, look, the league's going to be in great hands after LeBron retires, after Kevin Durant fades as a basketball player. This league is in great hands. You know what I'm saying? I can just look at all these great players, man. Pascal Siakam, he's averaging 28 points. He's shooting 41% from three, 9 rebounds, 3.5 assists. He's an all-star in the making. Anthony Davis, 26.5 points, 48% shooting, 89% from the foul line, 10.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Bradley Beal, I'm not going to read all this stats line, 26 points. LeBron James, he's averaging 26 points and go along with almost 8 rebounds, 10.5 assists. Brandon Ingram, 26 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 26 points. Devin Booker, 26 points. Trae Young, 25 points. Donovan Mitchell, 25 points. Anthony Wiggins, 25 points. Kemba Walker, 24. Lou Williams, 22. Gilgeous Alexander, 22. Kyle Lowry, 22. Bogdanovich, 22. Tatum, 21. Drummond, 21. Brogdon, 21. Westbrook, let me look at Westbrook quick. 20.7 points. Almost 10 rebounds, almost 9 assists, almost 2 steals. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a lot of guys out there now that are putting up a lot of great offensive numbers. Like I said, a lot of it has to do with the rule changes. If you notice, it's a lot less bigs on the list. The game is no longer offenses. Coaches are no longer utilizing bigs as much as they do perimeter players now. Back in the day, it was centers who and power forwards and guys like that who were getting, that were the main offensive weapons. Now that's like reverse. Now you got point guards who are scorers, shooting guards and things like that. But shout out to Dame Lillard, man. Tell me